Okay, so we're gonna label this specialty plops, but really we're just kind of making a superfood here, which is gonna turn out to be a kind of a plop cake, big old giant loaf of plop, but it's gonna be loaded with all the essential goodies to fuel the operative essence. Of course, we got the shredded wheat things. We got ourselves some special French Toast Crunch cereal that we're gonna toss in there because it tastes good. That's pretty much the gist of that. But we have cans of mixed fruit, and we're gonna collect the syrup from that to make juice because I don't like water. I guess it's just supposed to be mixed fruit, but I mean it doesn't really look like there's a whole hell of a lot of mixed fruit in there. Looks pretty much like a bunch of the same shit. But I toss those in there with some pears. It's just I don't even know what that is. And to speak to the pears, when I put these pears in there, these canned pears, these pears are tasteless. They have like very little flavor to them whatsoever. They're exceptionally bland. Now I should like to go on the record stating that the Status Initiative fully supports all fruits. We're not discriminative toward any specific fruit sorts, but those pears, they're holding the rest of the fruits back, and it kind of reminds me of some of the people that are supposedly operative in the network here. They're really not doing a whole hell of a lot to keep things going, and I don't know, maybe it's not necessarily considered by you to be your personal uh, your personal cause of determination by some of you, but some of you are. Some of you helped start this, some of you helped get this going, some of you are very adamant about promoting and endorsing it, yet you are doing just absolutely nothing. So, don't be a pear, I suppose, is the moral of that story. Anyways, we're going to add organic whole wheat flour, which is like super thick shit. We're going to add this organic matzo meal, which I don't really know what this is. It's Passover food, the taste of a memory, it says. So I suppose that's something. But whatever it is, it's thick and it's grainy and it has a lot of meat to it, and that's what we're looking for is meaty foods. We want to put a lot of want to make this as thick and as potent as is possible. So we add a lot of that flour, we add a lot of that matzo meal, we're going to add the corn muffin mix. We don't have a whole hell of a lot of it, but we're going to put that in there. Don't forget the eggs. We have these pre-smushed eggs, again, that are particularly great for baking, but we also have regular eggs that we're going to add in because we don't have a lot. Pre-smushed. We have the mixed fruits, as I said, but we're also going to add some semi-fresh blueberries, peanut butter, grape jelly, just sugary things. We want that natural fruit sugar, and then we want the thick grain meat, and especially the peanut butter. That adds a lot of grounding element to it, which is what you need. You need something that's going to feed the base. I'm speaking to feeding the kundalini, to feeding the operative impulse in the body. Now, most of you, chances are, if you're watching these videos, if you even give a shit enough to watch the video, 4 minutes in, and you have that long of an attention span, chances are you have this operative to some extent or another. And if you get in contact with me, I can help you boost that. I can help you learn to control that and to really pick up and move. But in case you haven't caught on to the purpose of it here, the plops are essentially superfood to fuel this. So you need real thick, hefty, meaty foods, but not meat, not actual like dead meat. You want good food, live food, semi-live food. I mean, obviously, toasted wheatful cereal is not alive for the most part as you would consider it, although it is in fact living. It's alive. It is alive. The objects are alive. We mix all that shit together, and we're gonna toss that into the oven. We're gonna put it in a pan, this one, because we want it. Like I said, we're just gonna make a fucking giant pop cake here. And this is gonna be full of stuff. There's actually grapes and stuff in there. That looks good, actually. Word, word. Anyways, also while we're on the line here, if you're listening, 6 minutes. I'm thinking Randy and I are going to put this game, this starter game, this tabletop RPG type online role playing game over to the CP Plus or the C Plus Incorporated, the book club, the story club, because it is an active story that's ongoing. So I guess that would promote the storytelling aspect of it. This group is not just for sharing books, talking about books or recommending books or discussing books. I know a lot of you probably don't even fucking read books anymore, which is very, very discouraging. But I mean, I'm a writer, so that's personally offensive. Anyways, it's also for movies. It's going to be for any stories that you want to talk about, your own personal stories, your life stories that you want to share. The ongoing story of our little game that we're playing here is a practice session to prepare for the epic, grand, status initiative universe game that we're going to have going not too long from now. So, jump aboard with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep this under. I mean, you don't really need to see me fucking mix everything. You know what's going on here. I've already shown you it before. It's not really a teaching video so much. I'm just explaining why we make this and what the purpose of it is. It's generally a superfood. It's made to be a base, to feed that base, that bottom, because that's where the impulse is gonna start feeding from. It's gonna pick up from there, and you'll understand. Get on board with it. You'll understand. Um, Thank you for the time. I will, of course, post pics of the finished product when it is finished. Again, all this shit together, just mix it together, make sure that it's nice and thick but flexible. And you're gonna want it as thick as you can get it, but I mean it's up to your personal standard. And pop it in there for at 350 for about a half an hour or so, depending on how you want it, until it browns and rise and brown. Put a little bit of baking soda in there and a little bit of salt with the baking soda to activate it, to get it to rise. If that's what you want, you don't have to do that, but that's what we're gonna do here. Anyways, thank you for watching. Kila Salai, Terva Uni Namaste. Eat well. Be excellent.